All right, class, so we're closing out part 5, merchandise control and presentation. Store layout and merchandise presentation. Store planning and design. Store planning includes market research, merchandising strategies, space management, and interior graphics and lighting design to create a store's image. This image indicates to the consumer the store's product offerings, price strategy, and market positioning. Prototypes are model stores that create a shopping ambience by combining decor, lighting, fixturing, and signage. They are consistent with the store's image and its target consumer. A prototype is a cookie cutter model that allows for expansion of other stores quickly. Generally, the prototypes are tested in several different markets before the expansion occurs. Prototype development is a store planning function. Visual merchandising. Visually appealing visual merchandising presentations entice customers to buy. Window displays and store entrances are two of the most important roles in visual merchandising, as consumers see these areas of the store first. Their decision to enter or not to enter the store is often based on a good window display or layout of merchandise at the entrance of the store. Visual merchandising responsibilities include floor layout, merchandise presentation standards, and signage. Layout. Proper store layouts will guide consumers through the store in a strategic way to maximize sales by increasing the amount of time and money that consumers spend in a store. The more time that is spent in the store, the more likely that consumer will purchase more merchandise. Aisle space is more valuable than space away from an aisle because the aisle is what guides the customer through the store. There are two types of aisles. Your major aisles or main aisles, which are wide aisles that connects a store's extremes. Your secondary aisles are going to be your narrow aisles that connects major aisles. Do note that the value of the selling floor space is determined by the number of customers that pass through the space. Fashion goods are generally placed in heavy traffic areas to maximize exposure, while basic goods can be placed in areas with less traffic because basic goods do not need as much exposure. Destination goods are those purchases that are planned and typically your big ticket items. These are strategically located in remote areas throughout the store. Examples include furniture and even fine jewelry. Impulse goods are your purchases that are unplanned and are generally less costly merchandise. Impulse goods are located in high traffic areas. Examples include candy and costume jewelry, which sometimes is placed at or near checkouts. There are 4 types of merchandise: fashion and impulse goods, basic and destination goods, basic and impulse goods, and fashion and destination goods. Fashion and impulse goods are those that are placed in high traffic areas to maximize exposure. Their aesthetic appeal encourages consumers to buy on impulse. Basic and destination goods are placed in remote locations because consumers will seek out these products. As consumers navigate the store in search of these products, they're exposed to other merchandise. Basic and impulse goods are placed in secondary high traffic areas. Your fashion and destination goods are placed in less heavily trafficked areas, but not as remote as basic or destination goods. Consumers seek out goods in this category. Adjacency is merchandise that is located next to other merchandise to create convenient shopping experiences for the consumer and to entice the consumer to buy the adjacent good. An example of this could be shoes and hosiery or shoes and socks. Cross-merchandising is the double exposure of the same product in more than one location throughout the store. Fixtures. Fixtures should maximize capacity, minimize the amount of floor space used, and attractively show merchandise. They should also be mobile and flexible as they have to be moved and adjusted often to accommodate new merchandising looks. Categories of fixtures. Floor fixtures. These are going to be your freestanding units that are used to present goods on the sales floor. Top of the counter fixtures are units placed on top of the counter, which typically displays goods such as carded jewelry. Display fixtures are used to show goods not available for customer selection. Storage fixtures are used to store fill-in or backroom inventory. Closed sale fixtures restricts customers' access to merchandise. It requires a salesperson's assistance for making selections. Open sale fixtures permits customers access to merchandise, allowing selection without a salesperson's assistance. Open sale fixtures are more common than closed sale fixtures because fewer salespeople are needed to sell the product, and customers can readily test, feel, and try on items, making it more likely that they will buy. Here's an example of a closed sale fixture. There's different type of fixtures for hanging goods and non-hanging goods. For hanging goods, you have your four-way, your T-stand, and your rounder. So a four-way is a four-arm fixture, which is often made of chrome. Goods can be hung on the fixture in four ways so that their most visually appealing side, typically the front, faces the customer. A T-stand is a two-arm version of a four-way, also used for facing out merchandise. A rounder is a circular-shaped rotted fixture. Rounders have greater capacity than four-ways or T-stands and occupy proportionately less floor space. Rounders are used when facing out is not important for aesthetics, as in the case of basic goods or clearance merchandise. Non-hanging good fixtures include showcases, tier tables, platforms, cubes, and lip tables. A showcase is a closed sale fixture that is primarily used in department stores for presenting high-ticket or fragile goods such as jewelry and cosmetics. A tier table, commonly called a gap table, is a shelved fixture popularized by the Gap. This is primarily used to present folded apparel. A platform table is a flat fixture raised a few inches from the floor, often used to stack goods in large cartons such as sets of dinnerware. Cubes are typically made of glass and are used to present folded goods such as shirts and sweaters. Lip tables or dump tables are used for haphazard presentations of clearance goods. Modular fixturing are individual units that are designed to be used separately or configured into a large grouping. Slate wall systems are a series of horizontal slates separated by grooves onto which chrome hardware, plexiglass, or glass fixtures can be easily mounted to shelve, peg, or hang goods. Vendor fixtures are those that are supplied by vendors, which helps to distinguish their brands from the competition and to ensure that there is a consistent brand image of their products in every store that their products may be in. Vendor fixtures are common in hard lines. Here's a photo of a slate wall system. Merchandise presentation. Merchandise presentation involves applying store standards or techniques to maximize the attractiveness of merchandise and to facilitate customer selection. Goods are grouped by merchandise category, color, fabrication or composition, style, price or quality, size, and vendor. Merchandise category is a presentation of a complete selection of a category or item using the breadth and depth of an assortment to create a strong visual impression. Color. Merchandise of the same color is often grouped and presented together for impact. Color statements are often associated with a seasonal color trend or a holiday theme. Fabrication or composition. Goods are often grouped by fabric as part of a seasonal fashion statement or to create tactile statements such as soft dressing. Style. Merchandise is presented by style for the customer's convenience and for visual impact. Price or quality. Goods are grouped by price and or quality to facilitate customer selection when an assortment has a wide range of quality or price points. Size. Merchandise is sized to facilitate customer selection. Size merchandise is typically presented from small to large, left to right, top to bottom, and front to back. Vendor. A brand's complete assortment is often displayed as a unified presentation or shop. The concept creates impact and strong brand identity and facilitates brand-driven purchases of goods. Vendors encourage shops within shops by supplying the fixtures, signage, and floor plan. The end use of presentations show consumers how goods can be coordinated or used together. Grouping merchandise together are often combined in a hierarchy. For example, you may have the vendor, such as polo, the fabrication, such as the interlocking and or mesh, the color, which is blocked on a wall from left to right with warm to cool or light to dark. And then you have your size within each color from top to bottom, small to extra large. Signs. Permanent signage is made from durable materials. It is not intended for frequent change. Examples include exterior lighted signs. Temporary signage is made of disposable material. It is intended to be changed frequently. Examples include in-store signage on fixtures, such as your price signage. Your temporary signage is going to have common uses such as brand, category, shop within shop, characteristics, price, promotion, policy, and service.